Hello, everybody. It's Michelle with Michelle's Whimsy and Bling, and I'm bringing you our third installment of the Christmas in August, because I totally miss a little Christmas in July, so we're doing the Christmas in August. So this kit is the Love Santa tag kit, and here you can see are the tags. Cute little Santa and leaves. I'm not really sure what that is. And of course, our tree and our going off to grandma's house. That's what I consider that one. So I made one of each of the tags, as you can see, based on the instructions. And then I went ahead and I took the rest of the tags and I made them into cards. But first I want to show you, here's the stamps that you get. You get Merry Christmas and Bright. You get the two in front that you can put on the back. A Present, Joy. I think those are like little holly berries, and then some kind of leaf, and Love Santa. And then this one is called Special Delivery. I actually did not use Special Delivery or the To or From, but I used everything else. And just like in all of our other kits, you get a block so you can mount your stamps on them. You get an ink spot, and this one is Night of Navy. I did not use it because I end up giving these away, so I used my big Night of Navy ink pad. You also get this red and white ribbon. I used it on some, but I did not finish it, so I have that to use on other projects. And that's all I have left of my bling, y'all, because this girl, she had to bling up her trees and bling up everything else. So I'm excited, but again, I will use those on other projects. Now, what you can't see, but I'm going to move in really quick, these are all the tags that I ended up not using. These are perfectly good tags. If you have the Stylish Shapes dies, the circle one, the third up from the smallest, will be a good one to make, and that one can layer just on it like that. But these are all awesome tags and I will use them. I just didn't use them on my cards today. And here are the instructions, and the instructions are in color, which is awesome. Tells you exactly where to put your dimensionals and how long to cut your ribbon and where to put your blanks. So let's go ahead and do the showcase of the cards that I made. Most of them only had 2 cards, but some of them had more. So here's our Santa tag, and here's the card that I did on Night of Navy. And I don't know if you can really see, but I used Night of Navy ink, and I took the snowflake stamp from the Season of Chic, I think it is, and did that in the background. And then you know me, I am not a fussy cutting girl. I tend to be fussy cussing when I have to fussy cut. So thankfully, these little presents were pretty easy, and my friend Amy suggested I do that. So that was kind of a cool thing. I used Flirty Flamingo, Real Red, Night of Navy, Crushed Curry, and another Flirty Flamingo. And I just used the tag that came with it, or the sentiment that came with it. And then here, this was a stretch, but again, my friend Amy suggested that I use Crushed Curry, and I take that, again, I think they're like little holly berries, I don't really know, and put it on the background. Again, I stamped it in Crushed Curry. And then over here we have Real Red and I'm gonna say Garden Green for that. And I used some of the rhinestones in the middle of the bow. And that's what I did for the Santa tag. I got 1 tag and 2 cards. There really was no way to cut up Santa, and I mean, who wants to cut up Santa anyways? Next up is our leaf tag. Went a little happy on the bling on this one, and this one I ended up getting 3 cards out of it. This one is kind of a take on a card that my friend Amy shared. I had stamped Joy on the yellow piece of paper here, and it really didn't show up the way I like it. So then I just used one of the tags from the set, and I covered it up. See, if you make a boo-boo, you can cover it up any old which way. Should have made my ribbon or my twine longer, but I didn't. So I didn't necessarily want a bow, because you know how I am about bows. Me and bows, we don't get along. We just don't. Stamped the leaf thing or branch, or I guess it's supposed to be a pine branch, in the background in Lost Lagoon, actually. I thought it was a close match to this particular leaf. I think that leaf was in a previous ink color called Just Jade. I don't have that, so the closest I have is the Lost Lagoon. I think it did pretty good. And then I cut off part of the tag that had the hole in it for the string, cut that off, stamped my pine needles in the background, put the big leaf up on dimensionals, and that's all I really did, except for using Night and Navy on the Night and Navy cardstock to stamp the holly berries. Pretty easy. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, this crushed curry cardstock is actually embossed in the time-worn type embossing folder, and I cut it down a little bit and then used the rest of it over here. Sorry, I keep hearing a noise underneath my desk. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, I think it's a dog. Anyway, sorry for that. Anyway, so this was a little too long and I cut it off and I used it over here. So that's how you can use it. Use multiple pieces in one place and yeah, have a totally different looking card. And I used our regular basic white cardstock because I didn't have enough of my surplus labels that would allow me to put Mary on them. So I just used it, cut it off at an angle, and put Christmas on there. Added the bling, and again, this pine branch was stamped in Lost Lagoon, and that is Lost Lagoon paper cardstock. So from this one, we got 1 tag and 3 cards. Next up is our Christmas tree. Oh my stars. I could have gone crazy with all the bling on that Christmas card, y'all. Really, really could have. I struggled. I really struggled on these. So on one of the trees, I cut it apart, as you can tell. And then I took a piece of white cardstock and I just randomly stamped the presents, kind of bringing in the colors from the entire kit, you know, Real Red, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Night and Navy. And here I used some of the labels from the kit, and here I just simply typed. I don't know why I keep wanting to say type. I stamped Merry Christmas up there. This is Night and Navy cardstock, and this is Misty Moonlight. I think they both work fine. I think I probably prefer the Night and Navy better, but the Misty Moonlight I think works fine. And then this one was a real stretch for me, y'all. Real stretch. I honestly cannot remember if Flirty Flamingo is in this kit. It might be. So I took crumb cake for the back, for the card base, cut up a piece of Flirty Flamingo, put my tree on dimensionals, and you can see I went a little bling happy there, and then just used the labels from the kit and made it like that. And I also used Flirty Flamingo to stamp the presents down here, just to fill in the space really, and to mimic that you're going to have a Christmas tree that has presents. This is probably, this one and the tag one we just looked at, they were probably the ones that I got the most cards out of, plus the tag. So 3 cards from this. Again, it was a little stretch. My little mind has gone little bonkers. Next up is the car with the rack full of presents. So this one was a very stretch. I so wanted to go ahead and cut the presents off the car and make 2 cards, and y'all, my mojo, it just was not working. So I was like, you know what, instead of doing something and not liking it, we'll just do it like this. So the first thing I did is I don't know if you can tell what I was trying to do here. The green is shaded spruce, so think of it as grass on the side of the road. Here's your road. I know I should have used black, but I didn't. And here's the line. I guess this little car is right in that line there or something. Anyway, I took one of the circles and I just stamped Love Santa in there, and I put bling on all of the presents that I could get to the bow. Stamped the present stamp in the shaded spruce, and we are calling that one good enough. This one, boy, boy. This was the last one I did, and can you tell this the last one I did? I had seen somebody else use the Joy, and they had done it on, I think, some white cardstock in red, and it looked really cool, so I kind of wanted to imitate that. I'm not sure that I totally succeeded in what I was trying to do, but that is an easy way to take a stamp, even if it is a word, and make background. You know, if you don't have designer series paper to bring in, you can make an interesting background with just word stamps. I could have used some of the other words and done random. I could have used the pine branch and done it like that, but I did it this way. I added some ribbon over here, and it's raised up on dimensionals. Now, I don't know if you can tell this, but I used the bigger, clear bling for the little headlights. I thought that was so cute, cool. I did not do it over here. I really followed the directions when they were, when it came to the tags. So that is what we have done. We've got in a number of cards plus our tags. Some cards are better than others, I will admit it, and you know, that's just the way it goes. I don't always like every card that I make, and that's okay. So just to let you know, this particular card kit is on sale. It is just over $15, and you get everything I've just shown you. The kit sale goes on through the end of August. So August 31st is your last day to take advantage of the kit sale. And I did not check, but I think in our online exclusive store, which is also where our kits would be located, I believe there are some treat bags that they might be called Love Santa treat bags. I'm sorry, I forgot to check that. That would coordinate beautifully with this. My thought was you have a cookie baking day, you put the cookies in the treat bag, you attach Santa or whatever on here, and of course you could do to from on the back with the stamp that we have, and you could give it to your neighbors, you can give it to your grandparents. I don't know about school rules these days, but maybe if you can send homemade goodies into the teachers, that would be a nice thing too. So this is a great tag kit that you can make cards from also. And this particular tag kit, even if you did not use it to make cards, this kit is very, very easy. And I think the up to 8-year-old kid range could do it with minimal help from an adult, and I think probably 9, 10 and above, they would have no problem doing it on their own. So if you're looking for an activity to do with your kids, this right here, then bake you up some cookies. So thank you for watching. I hope you have gotten some tips and tricks and enjoyed what I've been able to create from this card kit. Remember, the kits are on sale up to 30% off of them until the end of the month of August 2023. I'll go ahead and I'll leave links down in the description for y'all to click on. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I so appreciate that. It really does help me. And thank you for liking the video and leaving me a comment. Whatever comment you want to leave, go ahead and leave it. I appreciate it. Until next time, remember, be whimsy and add bling. Bye, y'all.